Hey,
What's up, everybody? We gotta wait for people to join in and whatnot. What's this button do? Oh, screen share. I was like, what? I don't know what it does. What else we got here?
my posture.
I know it's like,
Oh, my back. Whatever. It is what it is.
just be a creep and smile. I wanted to find my little keyboard that is a handheld keyboard, and I could literally like type.
Yeah, that would be good.
I don't know where the fuck I had it. I don't know where the heck I put it.
Yeah. PG, please.
Oops.
A Freudian slip there.
What's up, everybody? I'm gonna start talking anyway, because eventually people will start coming in. It's definitely a little bit different than going live on my phone and having the computer here, but the computer helps to be able to actually talk to people. Oh, I can actually chat. I can actually type in the chat. That's the cool thing about being able to use my phone as the camera. And I have the laptop here to be able to actually reply to you guys, talk to you, do all that stuff. I'm not sure if they can even hear us or not because I don't know what microphone it's using.
Well, I hope you can hear us. You can ask us questions and things like that. Here to talk with you.
See how everybody's day is going, interact with everybody.
Tell us about any experiences you've had. We'd really like to. People really like to know. And then we can
Plus, I
talk
really
about
wanted
ours.
to be able to have Dad on the camera.
Yeah, I'm kind of behind the scenes most of the time.
Yeah, so we wanted to be able to show everybody and say, hey, what's up? You know,
I'm actually a living person.
Yeah, he's real. It's not just me. You know, trying to get out of the habit of everybody seeing just me all the time.
Yeah.
Wanted everybody to be able to talk to my dad because Simba was a cat that I personally saved but gave to my dad because Simba wanted to have Dad as his owner over me, which was completely fine and stuff because we lived together, so it's not like I never got to see Simba or anything like that. I still actually have the baby bottle that we used to feed him when he was a baby. I do still have that. I literally found it yesterday.
Yeah. He was so cute. Smart too. Very, very, very smart. A good boy.
And we've almost got the money that we need to be able to bring him home, but we don't necessarily have everything yet.
Yeah.
And the way that GoFundMe works is really different. I think they're charging like $2.50 or $2.49 is what it says for the transaction fees and stuff, which is why I tell people that we need like $65 more instead of just 60 that it says on the thing. It says 80 or whatever because the goal is 150. But I put in there personally 125, and then it suggested, hey, go 150 just in case type of a thing. So I'm like, okay, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, but we got our lovely blanket here as well with our design. I made both of these designs.
Yeah,
Hopefully, kind of want to get your guys' opinion on it too, you know, to like see which design you guys as a community likes and stuff. How many people like this design? How many people like that design? I personally like both, but that one's kind of a lot more my favorite. I don't know. It's just
it's unique. I like it. It's cool.
Because that one I made with the camera in his hand and film around the stuff and everything. So I thought that would be pretty cool.
Which we have a blanket that looks like this one too.
Yeah, I got a blanket like this, and then that one as well. So. Yep. It's wobbly freaking table. You got a wobble table. This table's got a wobble.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. I still have to send you the dang theme song.
Yeah.
I haven't even had a chance to Bluetooth over the theme songs. Because we even created ones. Well, created ones that had my cousins involved, but they're busy with their stuff, and I'm hoping, really hoping, at some point
they'll be able to join
us, and you guys will be able to see somewhere the full Nigma and why we're actually Nigma Paranormal in the first place.
Right,
I have this tattoo right here, that tattoo, and my cousin Josh has that one, and then Dad has the Riddler, just like my cousin John,
Edward Nigma.
And that's where we get it from, is the Riddler for Edward Nigma. That's why we're called Nigma Paranormal, because we're into comics and different stuff. I mean, we've got a whole room downstairs. Like, our living room is literally all Star Trek and Marvel and DC stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
A whole shelf. Dad set it up to where there's a whole shelf of everything there. So it's pretty cool. This is weird. Nobody's joining compared to the last few times I've went live. People started joining instantly, and now.
Well, maybe next time we need to tell them, hey, we're going to go live at a certain time. Let them know, maybe. I don't know.
Well, if they've got their notifications on like they're supposed to, if you tap that bell where you get all notifications and not just personalized,
right,
you'll be able to see when we go live and stuff, But I mean, hey, I'm not mad. I'm not, But anyways, like we said, we still would love to bring Simba home, and we only have about like a week or so to get the money all together. We don't have a lot of time. I know that he'll work with us because he's worked with us before, but I don't want to take advantage of someone's help.
No.
I want to make sure that we get everything within a timely manner, so that way we can bring our boy home.
Yes.
I really don't like the fact that he's still sitting at the funeral home because we don't have the money that we need to bring him home. So if there's anybody else out there, I think we've only had 2 people donate, which was absolutely amazing. The first donation, that was amazing. And like I said, thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, so also speaking of cats, you guys know how people go around and paint those rocks and then they leave them places and they hide them and stuff like that for people to find, either to keep or to re-hide or whatever. We knew it was a bit too soon to talk about bringing an actual cat home. But while we were in Gettysburg, I was looking around and I noticed by the tree there was a little nook area part by the tree roots, which is like a perfect little space. And we found this rock.
A rock with a kitty on it.
And I told my dad that I got him another cat. Just as like, and it's a cute little symbolism of having another cat, since we can't really afford to have 2 cats right now. I figured that I would at least give him this one and stuff. So here's your cat.
I get a kitty and a pet rock.
Yeah. All in one. But we know that doesn't really replace Simba, but it is just like a symbolism of the fact that he's still with us. His spirit.
Yeah, I think the universe, put it there to remind us
that he is going to still be around and stuff. And so that's really cool, being able to have that. But we still want to bring him home.
Yes.
We really, 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 really want to bring him home.
He belongs home.
And so, yeah. You want to tell them about your experience of Gettysburg and stuff? Because we are going to be uploading that stuff. I just got to wait for him to send me his footage so we can mash it all together and make a cool video for you guys and throw it all together. And I'm sorry that our videos aren't completely fancy like everybody else's, but I'm doing the best I can with what I've got.
We're trying to get
everything
there.
That's free right now. So eventually,
got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, eventually we'll get there, and we'll start having a lot better video effects and our stuff. I just have to learn a little bit more and do a little more dabbling and stuff. I'm used to using like Adobe Photoshop and stuff like that, so I can do those things and stuff. But it's pretty
Well,
crazy.
anywho, Gettysburg. I hadn't realized how massive the battleground was. It just blows my mind, and it's just some. It's just horrible to think about all those poor young men who died because of their beliefs and stuff. And it's a bad situation all the way around. I just but the Jenny Wade house was really something else. I enjoyed my time there. Enjoyed talking to Tom, who's our guide,
Yeah, that was really cool
and
meeting
he
him.
was really awesome. He's a very good guy,
That was very cool meeting him.
and it was interesting learning about what happened and things like that. It's very sad what happened to her.
And that Jenny wouldn't have passed away if she would have just stayed home.
Yeah, she would have stayed. Yeah, because
But then again, like something could have happened to one of her family members that was living in the house at
Right.
that time at her sister's. But the thing is her sister should have just grabbed the kids and stuff, even though she had just had the baby. They could have found a way.
yeah,
I know that she needed to recover, but they should have found a way to get her to Jenny Wade's actual house and stuff because that didn't have any bullet holes in it,
No,
which is insane to think about. Like she left her home that was completely safe, went to see her family, and then she's the one that ended up passing away.
right. And by a small miracle, a cannon or whatever blew a hole through the wall to enable them to escape to safety of the basement.
Mm.
And at the house, they have a fragment of that on display, which
Yeah,
is really cool.
because the house was technically like a duplex.
Yeah. Didn't Tom say that the front side had over 150 bullet
Yeah.
holes?
By the door and
That's-
stuff. And then the one that was in the door, that one that's in the door is the one that was the final kill shot.
Yeah, I have
She literally got shot right in the heart and just collapsed.
I have a picture of that I'm going to post for everyone to see.
We do have some cool pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And as everybody was kind of like walking out a little bit, because I kind of stayed towards the back of everything, so I don't know as much as I didn't hear everything as much as my dad did, because I was kind of farting around doing my own thing.
Right.
Kind of just like looking around, seeing if I could take some pictures and stuff. I did kind of take a little bit of video clips, but those were just personal. It wasn't anything to do
Right.
with like the actual tour itself. I waited until like the end where everybody else had left, but I kind of stayed behind a little bit. Kind of, I'm the trail. I'm the little
Yeah,
trail behind.
we
her.
heard you coming down the steps.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit.
It was
And
very loud.
it was very loud. I was trying to hurry up and come down the steps and not make too much noise, but it's an old house, so
Yeah.
But yeah, I made like a bit of a video at the orphanage and stuff because I just wanted to get the bell that they were ringing on camera. I
Yeah.
really wanted to be able to
That
get
was
that at least
something.
once, And then I didn't realize it at the time, but at the end of the video, it's insane how Tom and everybody was trying to get Rosa Carmichael. They were trying to
Yeah.
get her to speak to us, and I'm not sure if it was her completely or not because I've never heard her voice. But I want to be able to show Tom because there's people from the tour that were saying thank you, okay, goodbye, And then after that, at the very end of my video that I had taken, there was a bunch of orbs that you could see that were flying around everywhere, and then you also hear a woman whisper, "Henry." And
It's awesome.
it was so cool. We don't know if
Yeah.
it was Rosa Carmichael or another lady that may have been working at the place at the orphanage or not.
Could have been the
but-
first lady that worked there.
Right.
We don't.
We have no idea which one it was, but that's why we want to be able to like go there again and like show a little bit and be like, hey, this is what we actually caught. Because he was doing EVP work and
Yeah.
stuff with the recorder and stuff. He wasn't getting anything.
Right.
But I did that one small video just to see if I could catch something, and I did, and I thought that was so awesome, which makes it even more exciting for us to go back to plan an actual investigation private tour to do that, so that way we can actually catch some stuff like Amy and Jared, because that's one of the most recent videos that we've watched of the Jenny Wade house and of the orphanage were the people from Amy's Crypt. So if you don't know them by now, please go like and
Yeah,
check
look
them out,
and
look
check
them
them
up,
out.
subscribe to them because they're really
Yeah.
awesome, especially
Oh, yeah,
Amy
they're great.
and stuff. She's she has a foreign accent. She's from somewhere. I can't remember.
Australia.
Oh yeah,
They're
Australia.
Australian.
I always forget that they're Australian.
Yeah.
But they're super, super cool, and I hope to meet them one
And-
day.
One thing
But-
I'd like to say is, everybody else was trying to get the spirit to communicate, but the spirit chose us. So sometimes if you go on an investigation, you may not get anything,
Yeah,
but somebody else will.
right.
It's just, it's an
It's
intelligent
weird how
thing.
they pick and choose.
Right.
Like, spirits are very picky and choosy with who they talk to and who they communicate with.
I guess they felt comfortable.
I'm
talking to
honored
us.
that they
Yes, me
wanted to
too.
say anything. Like
Exactly.
that was so cool because I wasn't going there. And I mean, I was going. Everybody goes there to intend something to happen,
Right.
but
Even Omar
It-
said that.
right, Omar. We've heard a bunch of people say like there could be a really haunted place
Yeah.
that you go to that's haunted
And you
for
don't get
everybody else, but you go there and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You don't get anything. But then there are other locations where other people don't feel nothing, but then you get a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And it's just a thing that's finicky. I don't know how it works, but I guess it's cool that it does. So I don't know, but it's very, very interesting the stuff that we actually caught. The fact that we caught something at all. is
Yeah,
just,
exactly.
you know,
And then the hike up to the monument from Devil's Den. We stopped and decided, hey, let's try an EVP. Maybe we can catch somebody,
yeah,
and,
that's in our
randomly,
shorts videos too.
because yeah,
That us stopping and doing that EVP thing, we actually have that as a short on here. If you want
so
to
you'll
check
be able
that
to
out.
hear.
So you'll be able to hear it and everything. I did play it back on the last live that I was on, where I was sitting in my camper, kind of talking to everybody, and I was messing around with the EVP recorder, and I let people hear it because they wanted to hear it. So I was
Sure.
like, okay, cool. Plus, I had it in my hand anyway, and I was going over stuff and letting them know that we're going to be putting up the video of my unplanned solo investigation. Like, I wasn't planning on going that way. I was trying to get this
Seems like you ran into
Nigma out of
Slytherin.
bed. Oh, it really did. I think I did, because it was definitely like an elemental of some sort or something.
A
Because
couple of 2 or 3 times it happened.
yeah, it made noises, and like I in the video you'll see that I literally sat the thing down. I even announced that I was setting it down before anything happened, and even when I was holding it in my hand, I didn't move.
No.
I don't move my fingers on the recorder or anything because I know how sensitive it is. And stuff. And I sat there and I played it back even on video and stuff like that. So you'll hear some.
I was in the tent sleeping.
Yeah, he was in the
So-
tent sleeping, and I tried to get him to wake up. I'm like, "Come on, man, get up." He's like, "I can't do it. I'm too tired."
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, fine." So I laid in the tent, and I even like covered my head with the blanket, and I still continued a bit of an investigation while I was under the blanket. And my mom and dad were sleeping, and I was doing a bit of an investigation and stuff, and that was fun. Even when they were laying there the previous night doing Farkle, we had I decided to turn on some Civil War music and stuff to see if that would work as a trigger to get some of the spirits to come and talk to us, because we've heard that at our campground there are spirits there and stuff. And there were other campers. When I was in the other live the other day, one of the people that we had met, well, not in the live, commented. There's a comment that we got on a video where they told us about, they heard some like cannons going off, the residual cannon noises going off, and I could swear I heard some stuff too.
Yeah, I was.
But I didn't know.
Yeah, it sounded like
what
a
it
gun or
was.
something going off.
And I just didn't know what it was because of everything. But our campground's not that far from the battlefield at all.
I know.
That wheat field thingy.
Yeah.
It's not far from there at all. And it's super cool to be able to check all that out and stuff. And they got the peach orchard and all that stuff, and that's really cool. Especially when you can still see some of the peaches on the trees.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
But don't go there unless you're allowed to.
Yes.
If you go there after dark when it's closed, they'll hit you with a $5,000 fine.
$5,000, dude.
Not worth it, guys.
$5,000 fine. That is insane. And if you find anything on the battlefield, if you find any rocks, leave it.
Don't take nothing.
Don't take anything home.
Spirits will attach to an item,
Oh yeah.
and
There have been people, Tom said that people would take things from the battlefield and stuff, and then they witness some crazy event happen, and
Yeah, in
stuff
their
would
life.
happen in their life, whether it was to them or if they saw something else happen to somebody else. They ended up sending the stuff back. Like
Yeah.
they will mail it back to Gettysburg just to get rid of the bad juju.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
And I'm honestly surprised nobody's around. We've been sitting here for 20 minutes and ain't nobody come in.
Hmm.
Where you guys at? Are you at work?
Yeah, more than likely they're at work. Well, hopefully you'll see this later. And next time I think we'll
yeah, I'm gonna make a
announce
short
it.
video. We'll make a short and say, hey, we're about to go live, blah blah blah. Check this out.
Right.
You know, we're still new to this. Me personally, I used to have a different YouTube channel. And I sat there and I had a video of me when I was like 16 or 17 years old. No, 15 or 16. Maybe 17. I can't remember how old I was, but I know I was in my teenage years. And it was just me talking about random thoughts, random things that I liked. I was bored. Like, that was the most bored video I ever made. Like, I literally sat there and was like, I am so bored. I was talking about random stuff. I was talking about Cheetos and the cheddar cheese barbecue, like the barbecue cheddar cheese Cheetos that they don't really make anymore. They've got it in the mac and cheese though, which blew my mind. When Mom found that, I was like, so excited, you know. And yes, I did just do that. But anyways, I'm not afraid to be a dork. I will literally walk down the road. I'm a 90s kid. I will walk around the stores, walk down the road, singing, dancing. Well, I don't really sing out loud when I'm listening to music because I learned not to. I learned how to lip sync because of a-hole people on the bus.
Yeah.
You know who you are when you're on the bus and you're trying to sit there and jam to your music, and then somebody's got to be all, shut up, you sound like you're dying something, you know? And I'm like, okay, fine. So I learned how to lip sync. So I'm sitting here lip syncing NSYNC and 3-6 Mafia and all kinds of old stuff that I used to personally listen to when I was younger. And a lot of my teenage years, I really did listen to a lot of 3 Days Grace and a lot more, what do they call that? Not grunge, but alternative.
Yeah, I guess like you would call
alternative
it
rock, alternative grunge types. I didn't realize how much I actually listened to that. I listened to Limp Bizkit a lot, Trapped, like Headstrong by Trapped, Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, which we both love that dang song. Yeah. A lot of us people can relate and really like that song.
I get into a lot of electronic dance music type stuff.
Yeah, he's an EDM person. That's why I can't wait to go to EDC. That would be so awesome.
Yes.
What if we did a paranormal investigation at EDC?
I don't know. I may be old.
That would be really
I'm not
hard
to grow
to
up
do because
yet.
of how loud it would be. But I mean, like,
I refuse to grow up. No, not happening.
I don't want to grow up. I just want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Supposed to bring Toys R Us back in some places.
Yeah, I heard they have a Blockbuster somewhere. There's like one Blockbuster still.
No,
they purposely kept it open for some reason. I can't remember.
Personally, I was a Children's Palace child.
Oh man, I remember so many things from back in the day.
I know, right?
I can't believe what they did to Chapel Hill Mall.
Well, what they did to most of the malls.
A corporate office building instead of a mall.
Right? That's crazy.
So I won't get to see that water fountain with the really cool design at the top anymore.
No more.
I took pictures.
No more snowman.
No more Archie the Snowman.
Yeah.
He scared me. The second version of him. The first one was okay, but the second one scared the shit out of me. Yeah. And he was a bit smaller. It wasn't as big.
Want to talk about some future projects we might be doing?
Yeah, I mean, if I could get a hold of certain people here and there. I just can't get a hold of them. Sometimes it's really hard to get a hold of people, especially these days with everybody being so busy and working. I can understand.
We're going to do some impromptu investigation when we go to Branson.
Oh, yeah, we are going to be going to Branson. That is a place that I completely forgot the name of because I told you guys about it before that we are going to be going on a vacation somewhere. Can't remember exactly where, but we're going to be going to Branson. And I think we should call ahead of time since we know about that we're going. I think we need to find the places that, or whatever, so we don't end up having another Gettysburg incident happening where we couldn't get a private tour because it was last
Well, they do have the artifacts from Titanic there, so.
Oh, yeah, they do have a Titanic museum.
Right, so definitely want to check that out.
I want us to go back down to Pigeon Forge because Pigeon Forge has the Titanic one there too, where it's literally huge. It's literally the building is literally half of the Titanic. It's the half of it.
Well,
It's
yeah.
not the whole entire length of it, but it's literally a half.
So is this one we're going to? It's
Freaking
like that too.
huge. Is it really?
Yeah. And they say there's activity there. They'll see handprints on the glass, things like that, children. So
I wonder if they have that one thing where you can stick your hand in the water and see how cold you can, how long you can keep it in there for how cold it was. Because they have a thing like that at another one where
That's
you
horrible.
can test and know how cold the water was that they were in.
Mine will be like a millisecond. I'm done.
Yeah, he won't be able to do it with his diabetic stuff and everything. And if you guys know any remedies or any like home stuff, like holistic cool stuff for diabetics, that would be cool. Leave any comments that you have for that because he's having problems with circulations, neuropathy, all that stuff, and it sucks, you know. And I want to find things to help him. He's my best friend. He's my best friend.
Yeah, you're my best friend. And also, we would like to have some input from mediums and possibly White Witch or whatever.
Yeah, we're looking for
dark stuff,
some people that would like to join us and go along on our adventure.
Yeah, going on an adventure.
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Little Einsteins. Anyways, we're going to be the paranormal group that goes around and stuff to do those things.
Also, we like to go to places that a lot of others don't or haven't yet.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to go. That's why we ask you guys questions too, like of places that you would want us to go and stuff, you know, because not a lot of people go to the old Jewish cemetery because technically you're not really supposed to go there. But you
can go on the outside, but
that's what I'm saying. Like we respected the rules of it as much as what we knew.
Yeah.
Later on, I did a little bit more research and things like that and found a bunch of different stuff. And like I said, I want to go there in a more respectful manner. Like we thought we were being respectful, you know, but I think I was kind of talking too loud. Which is why I want to talk a little
quote unquote ignorant.
Yeah, we were ignorant to the customs of everything, but I've learned, he's learned, I've shown him some of the prayers that we've done. And that's why our cousin John really wants to come with us. Nigma, if you're watching or if you end up seeing this,
what's wrong with you?
Come with us to the Jewish cemetery because he has heritage that has to do with being Jewish and things like that. I don't think he's personally Jewish, but he is definitely willing to do the prayers and things like that because he has a Jewish background through his dad.
You know what else we need to do when we go back to Gettysburg? We need to visit the Scottish cemetery.
There's a Scottish cemetery?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How come nobody told me that? I would have found a way for us to go.
I know, but
yeah.
But it'll be another adventure.
Adventure time.
So yeah. Also, we would love to investigate somebody's house.
Yeah, if your house is haunted and you need somebody to come and check it out,
or if your neighbor or somebody you know, a family relative, anybody.
If you want us to come check it out, we'll come check it out. You know, I mean, we are staying a bit more local right now because we don't have vehicles, but we can ride our bikes. We got bikes now. We can ride our bikes.
I'm not riding 50 miles on a bike.
No, not 50 miles. I'm saying like if anywhere close.
Yeah, if it's like, close, sure.
Yeah, you know, and
Ghostbusters on bikes.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to do like a little thing about it. That'd be cool. Like we hook up my wagon to the back of my bike and we put our equipment in there and then we ride around different places, going to the cemeteries and different stuff, which we do need to go to that one place again and get the rules for at night and different stuff so that we still have the permission and whatnot. I still don't know. I don't know. Would you guys want to, like, I need to know if you guys would want to see the video for Mother's Day when we had went out to Marianne and stuff the day before Mother's Day. I gave her, was it the day before or was it the day of? I can't remember, but I took a Mother's Day balloon. Yeah, I took the Mother's Day balloon and some flowers. And we already had the vase, so I was able to I was able to weigh that down with some rocks and stuff, and then I put the stuff in there and the balloon and the flowers and everything, and I gave it to her and told her Happy Mother's Day. I don't know if you guys would want to see that footage or not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I apologize for the inconsistency. We're trying to get better with everything. That's why I was like, Dad, we need to go live. We need to do something. Like, we have to put something out there to try to.
Our vehicle, the wiring fried.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
factory
Yeah.
flaw. It gets too close to the
Yeah,
thing.
we have an E250 van, okay? And I was driving it one day and stuff because we were going out to Canton or something. Or where was it that Mom needed us to go? It was some area of
I
Canton
don't
or something.
remember.
Can't remember what it
Stupid
was, but she
things.
was doing MacBait stuff, and we were trying to go out there and help her out pick stuff up. And as soon as I get off on Lobby Road out there right by the airport, it just freaking died. It was just like, and it just completely stopped. So I called an old friend of mine and I had them come out and try to help put gas in there
Wasn't
and
the
stuff.
gas.
It wasn't the gas. Like, we have looked everywhere. And then one day when we were at Mom's, we actually looked and we saw that the wiring harness that connects to the computer
Melted.
right by the
It's an
by
exhaust tube.
the exhaust tube by the engine, because they do have those. But it's not just the tailpipe, but the top part by the engine. It was so hot that it melted the wires. And so we had to take that apart and try to get that all fixed. So we're still trying to figure that out. So if anybody knows anything about these E250 vans, what year is it? 2006?
2006.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 2006 E250 van. And
What we need to do is just replace the harness. So if anybody knows where we can find,
yeah, but what about the
harness?
driving pedal whenever we hit that wire? The freaking, what's it called?
the
Relays.
relays click.
I always
So
freaking
there's
forget that. Right?
Possibly a short the relays. We don't know.
Yeah. So we're
Right.
trying to figure out if there's something going on with the gas
If
pedal.
anybody
thing,
has
too.
any ideas about that, we would
Really
like some
appreciate
help.
it. Like, help us with our van, because then we can actually go places and
Yeah,
do more.
right.
You know, and we would really like to get in touch with the Massillon Public Library.
Yes.
I sent out an email to the director, and I have not received his response yet. So I'm gonna have to actually get on the horn. Using old terms here, kiddos. Get on the horn, which is a phone. That's what this is, a phone. I'm from the 90s. I don't go. But anyways, we'll get on the phone, and I'm gonna call some of these people and be like, "Hey, hope you didn't forget about us, but we're trying to check this stuff out. You know, we don't require a lot. We don't have a lot of equipment. You know, we're still trying to get those things. But man, a REM pod costing over $100
Yeah,
is
it's
insane. That yes no thing.
Pyramid.
No, not the pyramid. That like
Oh, the blue.
Econo
Yeah, it looks
box
like a
thing.
yeah.
Just that little box where it says yes and
there's
no.
box. Yeah,
Yeah, that thing is like over $100.
yeah, it's two.
And I'm like, why does all this equipment have to cost so much money?
right.
Like, we're just looking for ghosts. We're talking to spirits. You know, why does it have to cost that much?
Also, another thing that may interest you is we've been invited to go on a walking tour in Alliance.
Yeah,
here.
the Alliance Ghost Walking Tour.
So if anybody would like to
Join
meet
us
us
and stuff.
or go with us,
You can actually go on the walk.
You can
and
go on
stuff.
the
There's many stops and stuff to kind of learn the history of Alliance and different stuff. Alliance actually did have a lot of people that were spiritualists.
There's
you know,
that
there's a
and
lot of
unsolved
stuff.
cases.
Yeah, we have unsolved murders.
Yeah.
We went to the cemetery and we spoke to the unnamed baby boy that was found on May 2nd, back in 1916 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think that's right, but don't quote me on it. I don't know. But there's that. I don't know. Would you guys want to see us possibly do a little bit of an investigation now?
That was weird. Yeah, my rod sitting up, you know.
Yeah, it was
Then
sitting
it
pretty, and
turns
then it
face down like that.
because you had it sitting like this.
Yeah. Then all of a
And then
sudden, who did that? It wasn't me.
And I haven't been bumping the table much either, even though this table's wobbly.
And even if you wobble it, well,
I literally just bumped it from my side. Watch. Yeah, but
we didn't hear it.
Wiggle it.
Yeah,
lot.
but nobody heard nothing.
And then even if it's me bumping,
We'll have to
it depends
replay
on
that.
how, I don't
We'll
know.
replay that and see if it, you know.
Weird.
Anyway,
But all right, mate.
but yes, back to that. Cemetery with the unknown boy. Yeah, that was something
Yeah,
else.
that little boy. We were asking him
Oh,
what name he
we
would
need
want.
to take toys there for him.
Yeah, and we still need to go to the McKinley Vault, not the monument, but the vault
The
where he
vault,
was first there. Give them socks and give them chocolates.
Yeah.
Socks, chocolate.
Yes.
That's what they wanted. Socks and chocolate. And I want to know why they're so mad at McKinley.
Right.
They
It
are
said something about a
pissed.
conspiracy.
Revenge, all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. Like somebody there at the vault of McKinley, at the McKinley Monument in Canton, Ohio,
Is
they're
angry.
pissed.
Yeah.
McKinley did something which is really weird because I've been learning a little bit more about our stuff on the free app called Tubi TV. That's TUBI
Yeah.
TV. It's a free app where you can watch different TV shows and stuff. And yes, other 90s millennials, hello, we can watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer on there too. It's freaking awesome. But anyways, there's some of the old shows that we used to watch. There's a lot of stuff that he used to watch. All kinds of stuff on Tubi TV. But there's this show called Mysteries at the Museum, and that show is absolutely amazing. I have learned more about my country and other people's countries, way more than I ever did in school.
Yeah.
I've learned so much stuff.
Right.
The Salem witch trial, they were all tripping on LSD.
Yeah, it was from rye bread.
From rye bread.
It's
There
something happened
was
to it.
like a mold or
yeah.
bacteria or whatever. It was essentially LSD. LSD grew on the rye flour, the rye wheat stuff, and it literally caused a bunch of people to start tripping and hallucinating and all
Right.
that stuff because they were baking it in their bread and stuff because the rye
They made
flour,
edibles.
pretty much. Pretty much. They really did. They literally were tripping on drugs back then. It had nothing to do with witchcraft at all. But people were so paranoid back then. And they
Well,
were
people
so
are paranoid
stuck in
now.
religion and
Yeah,
stuff. It's
silly
because
now.
of religion.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say that, and I'm not trying to be a hater on anybody with their
Yeah.
religion. You can do whatever you want, and I'm not completely against it. But the things that religion makes people do, it's unfathomable. Sometimes the stuff that I've seen people do and stuff, it's like, how
Yeah.
can you do that? Even in the 1,000-pound roommates TV show, I've been watching that on HBO, which we have HBO back again because he paid the bill. But
Yay.
so now we can watch all our shows and stuff. But I was watching that yesterday, and the poor girl, the one lady, not Jazz, but her friend.
Be careful with names. You don't get in trouble for saying people's names.
I'm not, but if she's already on TV.
Doesn't matter.
She's a character already on TV. Anyways, whatever. The lady,
Anywho,
one of the ladies, and plus everybody can watch it anyway. But anyways, people,
it's up to them.
but she had. Now I completely forget what I was saying because you had to yell at me about something. You Nigma.
Talking about LSD and stuff. I don't know.
Now I seriously completely forget what I was talking
1,000-pound
about.
roommate.
I know, but now I forget. Oh. Okay, so the one lady, she was raised in a cult, and she talks about it all the time. And it's stuff that really bothers her because she did a camping trip for her friend for their birthdays because their birthdays are like only a couple days apart, so they're like really close. And so she was raised pretty much in a church cult. The church place told her that women aren't allowed to wear pants anymore; they have to wear dresses. There were things where like the women and the little girls, they all had to wear dresses. Like they were literally forced to wear dresses. You couldn't wear pants and stuff, which is absolutely ridiculous. And like she calls it a cult herself. Like I'm not calling it that because of me. I'm saying that because that's what she would call it.
There are
And
still
it's
groups
something that
around
really
that do that.
upsets her and stuff. And she really wants to, like, she said this thing about it's one of those things where you want to take your brain and then scoop everything out and then redo your whole brain, like put new stuff in it and completely change. Like she doesn't like camping, but she did it anyway for her friend because her friend grew up camping and stuff too. And even though she grew up camping, she grew up in a cult type camping, and it was really hard for her. And that's why I don't like religion sometimes, because it can be twisted.
Yeah.
You know, if I can understand in certain aspects of things how it could be good, but people twist it and interpret it into their own ways, in more of a human aspect and
Yeah.
not the divine aspect.
Right.
You know, it's not the fact that religion is wrong, it's just how people are doing it is wrong because they're doing their own interpretation of it. And even when we did go to church, they're like, yeah, look it up for yourself, but don't go by your own interpretations either.
And even some things that you read aren't always what they seem.
Right.
People have manipulated and changed a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go outside the box if you want answers.
Mhm.
Seriously. You really do. But, anyways, what other ghostly stuff we got going?
I don't know. We just got to figure out different places.
Oh,
people
yeah.
to
Eventually, we're
call
going to Roswell.
Yeah, we are going to be going down to Roswell. My sister's down there, so I'm going to go hang out with her. She's
Yep.
super excited about that. She wants to show us all the different museums.
Yeah, we're gonna have a tour guide
and stuff. It's going to be awesome. So
hey, you know what? Maybe we could find where that clown museum is.
a clown museum.
I hate clowns. I really do, but I think it would be a good thing to do, and maybe I can face my fear. But if you put me near spiders, you can forget
Skirt
about it.
that. Nope.
No spiders. Don't like spiders.
And the thing is about Roswell, New Mexico.
Yeah, they got them
especially in the
inside the ground
summertime.
logs.
No, not that. Literally in the summertime and everything, they're just running around everywhere.
Well,
they're everywhere. You can literally watch one walk across the street.
Well, I'm just gonna have to get extra large boots for smashing.
Yeah, I definitely have arachnophobia.
I do too. I can't.
And phobia of submarines. Don't put me in a 1-man or 2-man submarine. I can't do it. I don't.
They're like spiders or snakes. No.
Spiders, water, snakes. No. I don't like those.
But we would really like to hear some of your experiences.
Yeah.
And
Ultimately, that's what our main goal is, to just hear what you guys have been through, give you guys a voice as well, because there are so many people out there who have that thing of like where they stigmatize people who have been through stuff and they're like, oh, you're just crazy, or you belong in a nut house, or this or that, or we don't believe you and stuff. And we're not like people that are like, we believe you.
We've experienced
quite a bit. Way too much to be able to be like, no.
The signs are there. You just have to read them properly.
Right. We don't want to dismiss anybody. We want to make sure everybody knows that what you've seen and what you've experienced, it's real. You experienced it.
Right.
It's something that happened.
You're not nutty or crazy.
Right. You don't belong in a crazy house just because you've seen a ghost.
Right.
It's crazy.
You need someone to talk to.
There are actually more ghosts in a crazy house than anything. You go to a crazy house to get away from all that, but then you end up getting thrown into it more because there's a lot of spirits haunting those places. Because a lot of those places were very unsavory and they didn't take care of people properly and stuff.
Yeah.
Like at Waverly Hills or whatever, is that what it's called?
Yeah, there's that, and Waverly Hills is one. Yeah.
I want to go there.
I want to go to Eastern State and
I want to go see Al Capone. I want to go see his cell. Yeah. I want to go try to talk to Scarface. That'd be so cool.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Oh, speaking of like not so good people, Hitler and all. I know he's a bad dude and stuff. I'm not agreeing with anything he did, but it was really cool to see his skull X-ray.
Yeah,
I actually saw
there.
the X-ray.
That's really cool
at the actual museum. It's the free museum that you can go to in Gettysburg, and it was so cool being able to see all the stuff from
World War II,
and Iwo Jima. There's a flag from all of that where the guy.
And for you older folks who know Audie Murphy, there's
they have
medals and uniform and stuff.
They've got a lot of his stuff there too.
Some John F. Kennedy stuff.
Oh yeah. And I didn't know that Oswald got beat up so bad, but there's pictures of him like.
Oh, they tore him up. Kennedy was loved, and
I can see why.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
And Jack Ruby, I think, was the one who shot Oswald and killed him.
That's nuts.
And they were escorting him out.
I don't know. Watch Mysteries at the Museum. You might find an episode about it. It's really cool. But they had the ceremonial thing from Germany that
Oh, when they would parade,
Yeah,
their
they had
propaganda
those.
parades. Yeah.
yeah, they had one of those. They had a gigantic bust of Hitler's head. They had his silver tea set. They had Eva Braun's suitcase and some of her clothes and some of the silverware and stuff that she had. They were really into silver. For some reason, they were really into silver back then. But
I think it's part of the occult because silver and precious metals and things
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's like crystal chandeliers, things like that.
And they had a lot of the weapons from back then, World War II stuff. They even had shrunken heads there.
Oh, yeah, that was really creepy.
But I knew which ones were real shrunken heads and which ones weren't. The ones with short hair, they're not real.
No, it has to have long hair and the lips have to be sewn shut.
The lips and the eyes are sewn shut.
Yeah.
And they block off the nose passages and everything because they think that your spirit and everything stays
dwells
inside the head. So
they would take spirits of their enemies and trap them that way. Things like that.
Yeah. It was super cool. There's an episode about it on Mysteries of the Museum. Yeah. That's how I learned these
Educational.
Things. Yeah, that's how I learned it because the more traditional ones, they have the lips sewn and the hair stays longer because they feel that all the power and all that stuff comes from your head and your hair and everything. So I thought that was cool. So yeah, and if there are any witches out there that would like to join us or talk to us or teach us more things about cleansing and which sage to use, which sage not to use, because there's a very big difference where some sage will actually draw the spirits to you, and you have to get the right things, and that's why we want to do as much research as we possibly can, but we want to be able to connect with people like you that can teach us more things. Like we met Christina and she taught us a lot more than what we already knew. She gave us the crystal wands that we needed to be able to recharge all of our other crystals as well, because I carry crystals with me and stuff, but I don't always know if they're charged or not. I don't have enough education about it, and we really would like to, so we're not walking around like ignorant people doing dumb stuff that we shouldn't. So if there's anybody out there that could literally help us out with that, that would be really, really great. We want to connect with as many people as we can. Like we're happy people. We don't want to be just faces on the internet. We want to be able to connect with you guys.
Yeah, we want to make new friends
and
maybe hang out
there and hang out and stuff. Like I literally was on here and I commented on Chris Bayard's thing.
Yeah.
I told him that we should collab and stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, come to a convention and we can see what happens," And I'm like,
"Yeah." So if any of you know of any conventions that are coming up, let us know.
Yeah.
So we can attend those, because we really want to do.
We just want to connect with everybody.
Yeah.
We're tired of being stuck in a house all the time.
Well, yeah, it's kind of sucks. But yeah.
I don't know, guys, but this was kind of just like us sitting here talking, so you can kind of get to know us, what we're about, really, and things that we're going to do. And we really did have a good time at Gettysburg and stuff. Learning that the Jenny Wade house wasn't actually her house, it was her sister's house.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
No.
And we're the type of investigators that kind of want to reveal some of those secrets and some of that information. Like we'll tell you how much certain thing costs. If you want to go do an investigation, we're going to tell you how much it costs to go and do that investigation.
We find out. Yeah.
Like it seems like everybody else gatekeeps everything.
Fairpoint Harbor.
Yeah.
They wanted, what was it?
$300 donation.
Yeah. Yeah, they call it a donation.
Yeah, they call it like a donation contribution thing. And I don't think it's completely mandatory, but it's definitely encouraged.
Yeah.
And stuff. And I'm like, dude.
We're trying to find you answers. We're not trying to.
It's crazy because I also learned back in the day that they used to pay paranormal investigators to come and investigate stuff. And now us paranormal investigators have to pay to go and investigate.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely changed. Isn't that nuts?
It is nuts.
It's crazy how things change, but some things really stay the same.
Yeah, like the spirits.
Not even just that, it's the attitudes of people and stuff. And
I know it flip flops every so often.
Yeah, but it was super cool. Oh, excuse me, I don't know what is going on.
Oh, not allowed to do that. Doing it.
I know I was watching Charm the other day, and it was the Friday the 13th episode, and it was about all the superstitions and all that stuff. And Phoebe went to yawn, And then Piper covered her mouth, and she's like, "You're not supposed to yawn like that. You're gonna let the devil in." Sophie.
Well, they do say
Hi,
sometimes that
Sophie.
spirits will enter your
Hi,
mouth.
baby. Come here, kitty.
That's how they do
Hi,
stuff
Sophie.
sometimes.
Hey, Sophie. Can I pick you up? Can I? Let me hold you. Hi, everybody.
Looky, little Sophie. The good kitty.
Hi there, baby Sophie. This is my kitty Sophie. Oh, she's purring.
Happy kitty. All right, so you want to go ahead and end this one, and we'll
Soft kitty,
do another one sometime. Yes.
Sleepy kitty.
It's getting time to eat.
Yes, I wanted to be able to
I'm
sing
gonna-
that song real quick to Sophie. Because she's so cute.
Yeah, weirdo. But anyway,
I like this kitty.
I know.
She came to me.
I know. It's a weird picture on there, huh? You can see yourself getting petted. Isn't that wild? Cats are so awesome, man. They're spiritual too. Very spiritual. You peer into the other world.
I just think it's cool. I want to know who she was in my past life and how she knew me, because they say that a cat picks you because they knew you in a past life.
I'd like to find somebody who could actually
Do past
tell
life
us about
regressions
past
and
life.
stuff.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I did one a little bit, and I remember my World War II stuff, but I don't remember a lot.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you get older. All right, let's.
But all right, guys, we will see you guys later. Thank you for watching this video, because nobody really joined.
Right. It's not your fault.
But we'll
Anywho.
check this stuff out again, and might go later. Blah, 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 blah. We may go live later. I'm just enjoying the fact that I can hold my cat right now, because normally she don't let me hold her. You can push the button.
I don't know what button. You can't see.
You have this, and then boop. All right, Nigma's out. Peace.